Hey there, welcome to the Credit Card News live stream. I'm Cal Barton. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Thank you for joining me, even though you could be watching the Super Bowl right now. How's it going, Cinna Madness? Miss Barton, Danny boy, how you doing? It's good to have you. Let's get into the news stories this week. So, Apple Card is giving customers a second chance at disputing transactions following complaints. Goldman Sachs is failing to correctly resolve many customers' initiated disputes. One user, for instance, said that they have never run into a card where disputes are so difficult, while others say disputes can take months to be resolved. Apple says that it has identified that some customers' initiated disputes may have not been resolved correctly. Apple is inviting Apple Card users to have Goldman Sachs reevaluate prior disputes by reaching out to an Apple Card specialist by March 9th of this year. So, you know, it's weird because Goldman Sachs just won an award for customer service just last year. So I'm a little surprised that people were having, issues with the service. I've heard reports that the service has been down. People were having trouble like paying their Apple Card balance off. They were having trouble using Apple Pay in some moments, but that was resolved within like a day. So I've heard decent to even good things about Apple Card's customer service. Goldman Sachs, again, I think from JD Power, won an award last year. And I think disputes should only take a few days. I'm happy that they listen to their community. So this stems from the Reddit message board community. I think they made enough of a fuss. They raised attention and awareness about this issue. And so it shows that Goldman Sachs seems to be listening to, proponents of the Apple Card and their user base. So I'm curious. I know a lot of you have an Apple Card. If you could let me know in the chat if you've had issue with a dispute, if you've made a dispute, and how that process went about. How long did it take? Andre, how's it going? What's up? Andre Hubbard, how you doing? Oh, Cinna Madness, so it's your first time here in the live stream? Nice, man. Welcome, man. I hope you have fun. We're gonna cover some news from the past week. Do this every Sunday, so it's good to have you here. All right, next story here. A lot of you, this made a lot of waves this week. American Express launched a checking account that comes with a debit card. It will allow its customers to accrue its popular membership rewards points the same way they do on its credit card and charge cards. It's a notable move for Amex since only a handful of small banks and credit unions offer cash back or rewards for debit card purchases. Amex's checking account will come with a debit card and an annual interest rate yield of 0.5%. The debit card will give account holders one membership reward point for every $2 they spend on purchases. Those points can be pooled with the membership reward points the card member might already have been earning with their credit card or charge card. So here's a really good point, and this is where you need to pay attention to the semantics. So their wording, you got to really give credit and kudos to the marketing department, because the way they worded it, you can see it says you earn 1 point for every $2, basically meaning you earn half a point per dollar. So they cut that in half, which is understandable. It's just a debit card. So earning anything on debit card purchases is great. So I'm really all for that. Especially for places that charge extra for credit cards like gas stations. So this has been a real problem for me locally. I'm here in New York, and at gas stations, they charge like an extra 10 cents for those transactions with credit card. And it really bothers me because I could be using my Verizon Visa card that gets 4% back. And I've just been, relegated to just using my debit card, and I don't earn anything. And that's a significant amount of money that I'm spending on gas. I know a lot of you have gas is a significant part of your category spend. I'm sure everybody's got to drive to work into the grocery store. So Um, I know the Discover card also earns cash back. I'm not sure how much. I know it's like maybe 1% back, and that's pretty enticing. But it's a big question here with this card is it seems like cash-like transactions won't earn points. So I think if you're buying gift cards and things of that nature, anything that can be seen as a cash-like transaction, like Cash App, Venmo, payments, those transactions won't earn points, which makes sense. It will be run as a question is, will it be run as a debit card for like Costco? Because Costco is really notable. Costco is really well known for only accepting Visa for credit card purchases, but actually for their debit card purchases, I've seen reports that people using a Discover debit card can actually get by and use it at Costco and still earn points, even though it's a Discover card. So they apparently debit and credit card transactions run on separate networks, you know? And so another question is, will places that don't take Amex accept this card? So like Costco, is it going to be a separate, payment processing system to Visa and MasterCard? Is it going to be, on the debit card network? Those are some questions that are still needed to be answered. All right, let's get into the next story here. Apple will let shoppers pay merchants by holding phones together. So I reported on this last week. There's a little bit of an update in here, and Apple said it plans to introduce a contactless payment option later this year that will let businesses use iPhones to process transactions in stores without any additional hardware, competing with services like Square. The new Tap to Pay, that's their moniker for it. The feature will allow US merchants of all sizes to accept payments simply by holding their iPhone close to the customer's iPhone or Apple Watch. It also works with contactless credit card and debit cards. The feature will be included in an upcoming iOS beta update and will only be available on iOS, on iPhone XS or XS models and later. It could help Apple deepen its relationship with retailers. Payment data will be protected by the same technology used on Apple Pay, with all transactions encrypted. So here's some bright spots. There's some things I like about it. This works with all new cards with a wireless payment feature. So that's pretty much every credit card that we use these days. They've all come out with that tap to pay. You can see that like Wi-Fi symbol on the card. And this is going to be pretty much universal. Even if you use an Android phone, at least you're carrying a card that can be accepted. So if you get to a vendor like a barbershop or a flea market or a food truck that's going to be accepting payments with their iPhone, everybody's got pretty much has an iPhone, especially here in the US. I think it's like 55% of the market. And that's really going to open things up. So people that traditionally would only take cash, even to this day, are going to more easily take, credit card payments, and it's just going to make transactions smoother. Here I say, so many people still have not embraced Venmo and Cash App, and this bypasses all that. With those services like Venmo, both people need to download the app, and that's a point of friction. And so whenever people get locked in to their specific app, and it's always like a moaning and groaning when people want to accept payment, and you're like, well, I have the other app, and they're like, I don't want to download another app, and then I gotta log in, and it's just a whole ordeal, and people don't want to go through that. So if you can accept the payment that you already have, that's really gonna open things up for people. All right, so let's move to the next story here. There's an Apple Card deal. You get 3 months of free Apple Fitness Plus. Right now, the new customers that sign up for Apple Fitness can get their first 3 months for free as long as they pay with Apple Card and choose monthly payments, which will be interest-free. Those customers will also get 3% in daily cash each month too. Apple Fitness Plus includes exercise activities such as Pilates, HIIT, I think it's high interval training, meditation, yoga, and others. Current Apple card holders only qualify for 2 free months, and it expires in March of this year. So it's just another deal for Apple offers. You know, Apple, the thing is, I wish they would just offer a sign-up bonus. That would be awesome. If they just had a consistent $25, $50 sign-up bonus, I'm sure people will really appreciate that. You know, that would drive even more people to the Apple Card, I'm sure. All right, so this is a big update here. The Chase Southwest credit card gets an incredible sign-up bonus. After you spend $5,000 in the first 3 months, you get a Southwest Companion Pass that's valid through February 28th of next year. And you also get a 30,000 Southwest Rapid Point rewards points. The Southwest Plus, Premier, and Priority cards will get this offer. So the Companion Pass means you only have to pay taxes and fees for the ticket of the person flying with you. So that's a big deal. So that means that, you know, if you're flying anywhere in the country, that you can, you know, you can just have someone tag along, and it's really like you're paying $35, $45 to have them get a whole new ticket. And so you can have anybody tag along on a trip with you. And that's a good deal. This could be worth thousands of dollars depending on how much you travel. And so the only caveat to this is it's only a time bonus. So it's only for a year. And I'm always like hesitant to cards that have these limited time deals. Even with like the Chase Freedom cards, they come with that yearly bonus rate for gas, for the gas category. And the previous year it was the grocery category where you get 5% back. That's great and all, but I want to be able to count on using it and getting that percentage rate for the life of the card, for as long as I have it. I like consistent, I like autonomy, and I don't want to have to think about what is this card earning. I just want to be able to pull it out and know what rate I'm earning. All right, so we have an update. The US Bank Cash Plus adds 5% cash back on travel portal purchases. The US Cash Bank Plus card has added this 5% rate on prepaid air, hotel, and car reservations booked directly in the Rewards Travel Center. This is not part of a quarterly category setup. It's a separate 5% earning rate with no limit. Useful if you can get the same rates and deals through the US Bank portal. So this matches programs from Chase, Amex, and Capital One. It seems like this is the new meta, the new like general strategy for companies to kind of follow behind each other and set up their own version of this travel portal. I'm sure they're making boatloads of money off of this, by the way. And so they can cut deals with different, you know, travel companies, and basically they should be offering the same flights and hotels and, you know, car rental prices that you can get elsewhere, but it's going directly through their portal. I would love to see what they're making on the back end. I'm sure they're making a ton though. I've seen reports that you can't actually find the cheaper rates. You can't find that if you're trying to find like a cheaper flight, sometimes they're not going to have access to that. So they're only going to give you like the middle tier and up of flights and hotels. So it's always good to shop around, because sometimes you think you're earning that 5%, but you could have saved like $100 or $50, and it would have more than made up for that 5% back you would be getting. And they hire third-party companies. So this is something people have been having an issue with Chase, for example. They hire third-party companies to run these portals. So sometimes the companies don't talk to each other well, and you end up having these situations where you book something, you change your booking, and then the hotel is not notified, and they either drop you from the reservation, or they just mess it up in some way. And people are having a real issue with Chase for this reason. And so they don't keep the stuff in house. You think they're, just because they're marketing it as a Chase product, a lot of this stuff is actually contracted out to other companies. And I really don't like that. All right, something that really I took note of when I was at work this past week is annual fees. And, we're talking about the layperson, people that are not. I asked you guys in a poll recently if you knew anybody in your circle, any family member, any friend that was into credit cards, that knew what was going on, knew how to use it. And you guys, 60% of you guys told me that you didn't know anybody who was into credit cards. And that makes sense. I'm actually kind of surprised that it was that much. I didn't really know what to expect, but I personally don't know anybody else who is knowledgeable on credit cards. So I think that's pretty revealing. We're kind of in our own bubble. We're in our own, community. And here's what I found. I've come across an alarming amount of people that have $100 plus annual fee cards that either have no idea how they work or have very little interest in using them. I can't fathom paying for a service that I don't use. So it's amazing to me where, I ask somebody, what do you pay for this? What do you pay for cell phone service? How much does your credit card cost? What's the annual fee? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I think it's like 100, maybe 500. And how do you not know that? I'm puzzled, because you want to, anything you're paying for, you want to get the most value from it. And it pains me to see that people have these cards. You really need to be sticking with no annual fee cards if you don't know every detail about the earning rate and the extra benefits. You need to utilize all that. So it's interesting to see how people spend their money, and they're so focused on the cost of every little thing. But when it comes to this credit card, they're just paying $100 for nothing. They don't even use it. So what I think is happening is they're signing up for that sign-up bonus. That $200, or that, what is it for Amex to get the 100,000, 125,000 point bonus. I think that's what's getting them in the door. And then once you sign up for that, set it and forget it. Now it's on, it's automated. It's on the back burner, out of sight, out of mind, right? And here are a few stats. 30% of people don't even use their rewards. So a lot of the rewards go unused, and then eventually, for many cards, there's an expiration date on those rewards. So after a year or two, then the company doesn't have to pay for them. So it's great for the credit card issuer. And also, a reputable study showed you need to spend upwards of $9,000 on travel for a travel card to really make sense for you. And so they did a heavy calculation, and they determined you needed to make close to $10,000 in spending on travel. And who's really spending that much on travel? I think close to no one. And so I thought that was interesting there. Here's something else from Reddit here. These Amex Platinum offers are complete garbage, he says. This is worse than a coupon book. This is cheap advertising for garbage. Amex needs to step their game up. And please let me know in the chat if you think Amex needs to step the game up. I definitely agree with this. They don't even customize these offers to specific demographics. So if you look, what do you have here? You got Wolverine, Persona, Rebag. Has anybody heard of these companies? Like, I've heard of Third Love, but that's for bras. Those are for bras. I don't think anybody, I mean, who in here is gonna, and even if you did buy a bra, would you go the route of a startup? This doesn't apply to it. You know, this is a guy who posted this. So nobody's heard of most of these companies. Obviously they're cutting deals to get some, notoriety, some exposure here. And then here's a layer below that. Each offer has its own legal jargon and usage restrictions. And this really pains me to have to learn a completely, a new offer. Every time they get a new offer, there's dozens of offers, right? And every time you look at it, you have to read the fine print. Or you can go to, certain sites, or maybe you watch a YouTube video and they explain it in detail. But why doesn't it work simply? This should just be in big bold print. You get this reward, $10, $20, and that be it. Why is there an hours of operation and an expiration date and all this other, fine print? It's a paragraph long. It's too hard to use. People want easy, simple. That's what I want. I want something as simple offer to use. Yeah, so Newbie Arising, welcome to the stream. You say you agree the revolving categories and temporary benefits are not solid. You prefer cards that work for you. Leave me be. All right, I like the last part. Leave me be. Leave me alone. Let me use the card. Let that thing work on in the background. It's supposed to be like passive income. I view credit cards like a passive income source, and they're not passive when you have to be so hands-on with it. And I understand that some people like that, and I'm actually coming around to the fact that some people like the couponing experience. They like putting some time in and getting some extra value out. So you can't really put a price tag on that, because they're experiencing kind of joy from that. I personally don't. Danny, you said you have the Amex Blue Cash Preferred. This is my first year, so no annual fee, but next year I will be charged. Okay. Are you gonna try to negotiate with the customer service rep to maybe waive that or give you some sort of kickback? What do you call it? Maybe a statement credit of some sort? I know I've heard of people doing that. I know you already know about that, I'm sure. You'll be rising. You say Amex has cheapened its brand with the likes of Walmart and other coupons while simultaneously charging a higher annual fee. That's amazing, right? They're giving you deals to what, Pet Boys and what? I mean, I guess that would actually be more beneficial. But who's heard of these companies? Who would use them? All right, and you're saying the new debit card offers 0.8 is disappointing. No incentive for platinum card holders. Okay. No incentive, you say? Yeah, I need to learn more about the debit card and how it works together, because you can pool the points. You can pool the points together with your other Amex cards. I can see the benefit of that, that being pretty enticing. All right, Danny, you say, no, you're going to wait until you get closer to your full year. Okay. Keep an eye on it. Okay. So, Newbie Rise, you're saying it's worth 0.8 if you, when you cash out to debit. Okay. I gotcha. All right, so here we go with the another Reddit story. He says, help, I'm addicted to applying for credit cards. Got my first credit card 4 months ago, and since then I applied for 15 cards. This guy applied for 15 cards. 15. And I got 6 of them. So what is that? It's over a little under a 50% approval rate. That's pretty good. You know, that's a lot of cards, right? You got the Amex Blue Cash Preferred, Amex Blue Cash Business, Discover It, Bank of America Customized Cash, US Bank Cash Plus, Capital One Saver One. Today I applied for 2 other cards. I don't know why I cannot stop applying for more cards. This guy is he's powering through these. How can I stop myself? My utilization rate is under 10% and met all subs, sign up bonuses. That's not a problem. So listen, he actually has some good cards in here. I think most of these are good cards. I think you all would agree on that. And I have, 3 or 4 of these. Those are good cards, man. That's a good utilization rate, 10%. The rule of thumb is under 30%, but 10% is good. That's better than most people, I would say. I think he should give some real thought about his long-term setup. He's going to run out of the ability to do these hard credit pulls. And as soon as he applies for more and more cars, they're going to see he's got 25. He's like 25 pulls over the last 2 years. He's not going to be approved anymore. So he's going to run into that wall real quick. And he needs to watch out for annual fees. Annual fees are a big issue. A lot of people use a spreadsheet of some kind, and they can creep up on you. We've all been hit with those annual fees from like Amazon and or some other fee that we were paying for and didn't expect it. And you see it on your account and your heart your stomach falls. You're like, dang. And there's no getting out of it now, All right. I'm going to get to your observation here in just a sec. Here we go. Cinema Madness, you're saying, or Cinema Madness, I do like credit cards and their bonuses, but I definitely been more focused on checking bonuses as of late. I recently got a $500 checking bonus. That's nice, dude. I have $500? Whoa, dude, come on now. That's nice. That's nice. I like it. I've only seen like, $300 or $400 checking bonus. I'm curious, who did you get that with? Fred, welcome, man, to the live stream. I think I spoke with you about this. You're in Canada and you want the Apple Card. Yeah, they've been saying that since the start, since they unveiled the Apple Card, that it was going to be expanded and be offered in like European countries and overseas, but they haven't done that yet. Hopefully we see that this year, and if and when that happens, I'll definitely be covering that. All right, Ms. Barton, thank you. I appreciate that. Nubia Rises says, any predictions for this year for Chase, like a possible 2% cashback or a refresh of the Chase Sapphire Reserve? You know what? I haven't been seeing any rumors about that. That's a good question. I don't think it's likely that they're going to do a 2% card, because I think if they were going to do that, it would have been done already. It's been so many years now. There's pretty much every credit union and every major credit card issuer has a 2% card. I don't think they're interested in that market. So I don't think that's going to come. but quote me and then tell me I'm wrong later. You know, tell me I'm wrong. I would love to make a video on that, and so you can. All right, Fred, you're saying it's been 3 years and I want it this year, or even just a date when it comes next year will be fine. Okay. Yeah, the Apple Card. Yeah, I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Any Apple Card updates? Cinna Madness. That $500 is from Tastyworks. It's more of a brokerage bonus for depositing. Oh, wow. $10,000. And next day, they deposited the $500. Only thing is, I need to wait 90 days until I can withdraw the bonus and balance. All right. Cinna Madness, you got that money. Good, man. I'm happy for you. 90 days, isn't it? You know, it's a season. You're putting that money to work. I like it. So I asked you guys in a poll recently, why did you like a credit union as opposed to banks? And most of you said that you liked the low fees and interest rates. Do you guys agree with that? All right, yeah, Danny, I know you love the credit unions. Yes, I'm getting back into credit unions now. I actually started with a local credit union in South Carolina, where I'm from, and it was a good experience. So I'm going to be covering, actually, next week's video is going to be on PenFed. I know you love PenFed, and I'm doing a video on it. Newbie Rising says, can you recommend the best time to wait between credit card application? You know, typically rule of thumb is you want to do a total of around 5 to 6 applications per year, and you want to space those out every 2 to 3 months. So that's a good rule of thumb to have, is every 2 to 3 months. You can space it out just like that. If you let me know what cards you're thinking about applying for, there's a possibility that you could apply for 2 at once. And they kind of call that a hack, where you can apply for 2 cards and it'll only trigger 1 hard credit pull. And so it just depends on which 2 cards you're going for. Andre Hubbard, if you change credit cards from annual fees to no fees, will they take away your credit history with that first credit card? Like if you do like a product change? I believe for product changes, the whole history is kept, that account is kept up to date. You have the same account, but it's just a different card. And Danny, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe I've seen that before. Nice. So Newbie Horizon batting 100. Nice. I like that. 100%. You got the Amex Platinum and you got the Chase Freedom Unlimited. I have the Chase Freedom Unlimited. I believe that was my second card that I got when I first started getting into credit cards, and I still use it to this day. Definitely a great card. And I always tell people it actually can be your 1 card setup, because you're still earning 1.5% back on everything. So, you can fall back on the 1.5%. And that's why I don't really understand the huge love for the Quicksilver card, which I have that one too, but that only earns you 1.5% back. With the Chase Freedom, you get that, plus you get those bonus categories like dining and drugstores, and you get a nice sign-up bonus too, $200. So I love the Freedom Unlimited. All right. Sin of Madness. I also got the $128 Amazon gift card last month from Viral Money Market for just depositing $25. It only took 7 days for them to deposit 20,000 my points, which I redeemed for the $128. Nice. Dude, I need to come to you for the deals. You got the deals on there, man. You know exactly how to do it. I usually don't talk about these too much because I don't think people really want to go through the effort to partake in that, because there's a few steps you got to go through, and you kind of have to kind of trust in these different companies to come through. But I think a big one is the Amazon deals are so easy. Some of the, like, back in November, I got $15 just for downloading an app, and then I got another $5 just for uploading a photo to Amazon. So those are the ones I really take advantage of. There was a deal with the digital credit union. We gave you $100 just for depositing, for doing $5 worth of direct deposits. And so what I did was I went to a website that charged you 1 cent for an ebook, and I just did 5 transactions with that 1 cent and got the whole $100. So that's cool that you're doing that. It's in the madness. All right, I got a question for everybody. Did anybody get approved for a brand new card, or did you get approved for a credit limit increase? And if you got an increase, how much was it? I'm really interested to hear. I like to hear a good success story. I like to be surrounded by successful people. They say you're just like the 5 people that you're associated with, or whoever's in your circle. That's who you're destined to be like. And I want to be like people that have great credit cards with high limits. All right, Capital One. Which card did you get? Nice job. $500. Listen, I know a lot of people are not going to be satisfied with a $500 limit, but that is a start. And the more that you build a relationship with Capital One, and if you use that as your primary card, then that limit's just going to keep rising, you know? Hey, Danny, I see you, man. You're not in timeout. I see you right there. All right, Newbie Rising, you got the Freedom Unlimited approved for 14,000. Wow, dude, that's over double my limit. I mean, admittedly, I don't use it that much, but 14K, that is very significant, man. You're doing it. 14K. I think I have a limit of $7,000 on my Freedom Unlimited. Okay, so listen, Newbie Rising, you said you already had the preferred card. Yeah, so you already had a relationship established. And I think that has a base limit of $5,000 for the preferred. So you're probably already up there. You maybe even have a $20,000 limit on that. Awesome. All right, 16K on the Chase Sapphire Preferred for Newbie Rising. Wow. Good deal. Hey guys, if you have any stories that I might have missed, you can let me know. Cinematic, she said, Apple Card has definitely treated me the best. They're the first to give me an auto limit increase from $3,000 to $4,500, a 50% increase. Nice. Yeah, and I actually just that is good. That's very good. Historically, I haven't gotten many auto increases myself, and most of the increases I've gotten is through manually requesting them. And just with that Apple Card, I actually released a video that I've seen a lot of card holders say that they request every I'm gonna say 91 days with the Apple Card, and it's just a soft pull. And if you use a significant portion of your available credit limit, then you can pretty much get a limit increase every 91 days. 13,000. Listen, Danny, do you need more than 13,000? If you do, I'd be surprised. But that's good. How many iPhones can you buy with 13K? But hey Danny, you know what? I've seen a lot of people talk about having even numbers. That's pretty even. Like, you don't want like a $13,500 limit. You want a $14,000 limit. So a lot of people like to even it out. All right, Dan, you say you just opened a personal line of credit with your credit union for 15,000. Nice. Which credit union is that? All right, Newbie Rising, you say I have the Platinum, but thinking about upgrading the Chase Sapphire Preferred to the Reserve. Do you think Chase Sapphire Reserve has greater actual value than the Amex Platinum? You know what? That's a great question. That's a little out of my wheelhouse, admittedly. I'm a cashback focused guy, but I will tell you, they're competitive with each other. I would probably go for the Reserve over the Platinum because it has a lower annual fee, because that's what I'm concerned about. I know they both have priority pass access. They both have travel partners. I think the Amex Platinum has more statement credits, but a lot of those are fluff, man. And you can't, what are you going to do with a membership to that, what is that, fitness club? I forget the name of it. In the Saks Fifth Avenue. Do you shop at Saks Fifth Avenue? Because I know I don't. So I would probably stick with Chase. But then again, I know Amex has good customer service. They're award winning. I'm going to say this. The value really depends on you personally, where you have to really assess and look at where you spend your money and what statement credits are really going to apply to you. That's what I would say. Nino, what's up, man? I figured you wouldn't be here because I know that you're going to be watching the Super Bowl. I know you're a big football fan. So I appreciate you for coming by. All right, Cinematic, you say also Fidelity has a deal where if you just deposited $50, they'll triple my money, adding $100 and bringing the total balance to $150. I can't make this stuff up. Yeah, man, there's a lot of deals out there in the financial sector. A lot of people don't know about these, and you know why they're so high is because they have to pull people away from their different financial products. It is really hard to change somebody's mind about where they put their money at. I know a lot of us are really accepting of the idea that you can make money in different ways and you can, optimize your spending in different ways. A lot of people are very averse to doing that. And they're really cautious, and they're very they're just scary. It's hard to come up with the wording there. They don't like putting their money in new places. It's a strange concept to them. Yeah, Newbie Rising, Amex statement credits are a marketing ploy. Yes, man. And what do they advertise? What you can get $1,500 or $1,600 in value. $1,600. I mean, really, any one person can only use a couple or a few of those credits. So, yeah, I agree with that. That's why I kind of look at it and laugh. I actually got like 2 pre-approval offers from them, and I'm just surprised that that's never happened before. Hey, Shaquille, welcome to the live stream, man. It's good to have you. I just got approved for 3 Truist cards for $7,500 on each card. Nice. Nice, man. Listen, this is what you are. This is what you look like right now. All right, Jorge, man, what's up? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream, man. It's good to have you. Yeah, no, man. It's hard to compete. I know. I thought to myself, you know what? I didn't even realize the Super Bowl was tonight, and I saw things on the internet about it, and it didn't really click that it was today. But I said I gotta hold true to the time and be here for you guys, and I'm happy that. Listen, I think there's some significant there's quite a few people that are interested in credit cards and in the financial niche that aren't really interested in a lot of sports, and I'm starting to see that now. Oh, okay, maybe I'm not. So everybody might be multitasking. Boy, you're watching the Super Bowl? Good. I'll watch some highlights later. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to see those. I'm a guy that likes to see those the ads, the funny ones. Spend the big budget ads and stuff like that. I want to thank you guys for voting on my poll. I really appreciate liking it. It really, helps with YouTube and everything. I appreciate that. Cinemanis, you're saying, I know with the recent news of the newer Amex checking account and debit card, but in October, I opened the Amex Cabbage business account and I needed to make 5 purchases and they gave me $300. Dude, you are racking up. Cinemanis, you're racking up, man. That's great. Do you follow Doctor of Credit and a few other places? They're giving you the info, the lowdown. I know, man. Danny, he's on it, right? He's on it. He's doing better than all of us here. So the man is. I just see, Nino, he's got a bowl of chips in one arm and he's got, a bowl of wings in the other arm, just doubling up. He's probably got multiple screens. He's got the big 65-inch, and then he's got maybe a tablet or something set up with YouTube on it. Or are you asking about the Apple Card from the user interface experience? I personally don't have the Apple Card, but I'm sure a few people in the chat, if you could chime in. I've seen, it looks great. and I've seen it firsthand. I have a friend who has the Apple Card. I've scrolled through the interface. It's fluid. It looks beautiful. So it looks like it's the real deal. I like how it shows you the colors, like it's color coded. If I could just, let me bring it up here. I'll bring it up another time here. Yep, Danny says it's very easy to manage, very user friendly. What does the blue stand for? Is that travel? Is that health? I really like that it's color coded. It's very intuitive. So you can just it's like glanceable information. You can just look down and say, oh, I spent a significant amount in this category, It's nice. Okay. Rise in transportation. Okay. Cool. But guys, I just want to let you know that again, my next video is going to be on PinFed, generally about how to get the most effective strategy to get a credit limit increase with PinFed credit cards. Next week, there won't be a live stream because I'll be out of town, but the following week, that's going to be on the 27th, the week of the 27th, we're back at it every single Sunday. It's gonna be great. I'm sure there's gonna be some good news to cover, and I'm gonna catch up all the news that I missed from the previous week. Or hey, you say wouldn't be nice if the Apple Card was a Visa, considering that Costco only takes Visa but also accepts Apple Pay. Yep, I agree. Yep, I don't shop at Costco, but I wish, they're like the only major retailer that does that. It excludes, every other payment processor. It sucks, Nino, you're saying definitely Apple Card, Amex, and Discover mobile user interface. Very intuitive and pleasant. Yeah, it's nice when you have a nice, a fluid interface to navigate through. It's not janky. It doesn't stutter. You're not, everything's located in a place where you would think it would be. You don't have to don't you hate when you have to Google search where a certain option is located? Like I recently had to just Google where a credit limit increase button is located. Sometimes it's not even there. You have to go to the actual full web page to identify that. Newbie Rising, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm trying to bring useful information. I'm trying to be. I want to cover topics and credit cards and accounts that you guys care about. Thank you for that. It means a lot. All right, guys. If you don't have any other questions or comments, thank you for attending the latest live stream on credit card news. And, I'm going to see you in 2 weeks and we're going to get right back at it. I want you guys to have a good night. All right.